Square, known as Squaresoft in the 90s and now Square Enix, is a juggernaut in the video game industry. Mostly known for their Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts franchises, they have also made some lesser known titles in their nearly 35-year run. One such game is
3D World Runner, released in 1987 on the Nintendo Entertainment System by Square. Now, does this one make good use of its 3D glasses effect, unlike the other previous games? Let's pop it in and find out.
World Runner was a collaboration by the dream team of Final Fantasy. You had director Hironobu Sakaguchi, composer Nobuo Uematsu, and programmer Nasir Jebeli. The battle of a lifetime comes alive in 3D. A strange world terrorized by Grax, the alien serpent beast. He has asked you, Jack, a wild space cowboy, known as a World Runner, for help. Knowing you can outrun, outjump, and outblast anyone or anything, you race headfirst into battle. Are you ready, World Runner? They're waiting for you.
Wait a minute. Those are just boos from Mario. What else did Square borrow for this game?
Heavily inspired by the Sega classic Space Harrier, 3D World Runner is a forward-scrolling running game in which you must avoid enemies and pitfalls by jumping and dodging, all the while adjusting your speed from moment to moment. Now, you can't come to a full stop, but you can slow down. Honestly, it almost plays like a sci-fi third-person game of hurdles. That's what I think. Galactic Olympics. Status bar at the bottom tells you everything you need to know, including the score, the timer, that's indicated by a depleting bar, very similar to Wonder Boy 1 on the Sega Master System, the world number and quadrant, the number of stars you've collected, and the amount of lives you have left. As mentioned, there are 8 worlds that split into 4 quadrants, and after a little while, you will start to see stars appear as collectibles. Now they sit between these big pillars, and if you get 4 in a row, a balloon will appear. Collect that, and you'll be whisked off to a bonus level. Now in this, you need to collect as much stars as you can, and although it seems easy, when they start to appear in the air, it can get very tricky. Very easy to miss 1 or 2. Once you've run through the 4th quadrant, Jack will go full Space Harrier. He'll take off into the sky, and you'll have to blast one of the evil serpent beasts. Now, notably when you die, you could very briefly move the screen left to right to decide where to start off. There is also a cheat that will allow you to continue from the world you died on. You do this by holding down and pressing A at the game over screen.
And when a game's this difficult, I have no qualms about abusing that cheat.
Honestly, for the vintage, this is a very impressive looking game. It's colourful, fast, and sharp. Now, personally, I get strong Sonic the Hedgehog bonus level vibes from this game. I mean, seriously, just look at the floor. Just look at it. Come on, Square. Now, same as Rad Racer, this game also employs a 3D mode. You activate it by pressing select during gameplay.
And this results in an amalgamation of nausea, eye strain, and a throbbing headache.
Music is very limited in this, but the one track that does play is very much an earworm. And being a Nobuo Uematsu piece, it's no surprise. So the story of how I ended up with this one in my collection isn't because Square is one of my favourite developers ever. It's because I had a brief moment of insanity where I tried to collect every single NES game ever released. And I thought, well, the easiest way to do that would be to start alphabetically. And 3D is before A. Which is also how I ended up with these two. So apparently the character of Jack appears one more time. He appears in the Final Fantasy mascot spin-off, Chocobo Racing. The way you unlock him is very convoluted, but it is cool to see that Square hasn't forgot their roots. So, on pricing, you're looking at about $30 for a cart, and it's around $80 for complete. Probably a little bit more if you have the glasses. So, that was 3D World Runner. A visual spectacle for the time, but quite difficult. Although I will say, if you play it enough, you kind of can fall into a trance, and it does become really addictive. So because of that, this one will be running and jumping, not too slow, but not too fast, to find a place on my shelf. Now, in retrospect, there are no bad games, but there are bad rip-offs. And, you know, I gotta be honest, this game, it's a good rip-off. See you later.